The paper we're diving into today is consciousness, defining and measuring consciousness based on Codexation Dilemma, Inscriptionism, and Generated Interim Emergence by Joey Lawson. Quite a mouthful.
Yeah, but it's tackling one of the biggest brain benders out there. What exactly consciousness is, and, even trickier, how in the world we might measure it.
Exactly. This isn't just an issue for philosophers anymore. Scientists, AI folks, neurobiologists, everyone's debating. This paper tries to give us a new framework built around something Lawson calls information codexation, and central to that, the Codexation Dilemma.
That dilemma, yeah. So Lawson boils it down to no man can think of something without associating his thought with something physical or material. So there's this tight link between ideas and things, abstract and actual.
Right. The paper actually uses this to break consciousness into 7 different interpretations. Each one looks at a unique way consciousness can show up. I thought that was clever, almost like having 7 lenses to examine the same blurry photograph.
Should we fly through the 7? Maybe not with PowerPoint energy, but just the gist?
Sure, quick fire. The first is associative consciousness. Think of it as the basic ability to pair things, mimicry, matching, even just learning by copying. It's not even tied to having a brain. Plants, bacteria, Lego stacking infants, all sort of qualify.
The second is relational or equational consciousness. It's about our awareness of self and other. If you can match yourself up with something else, you're conscious. Sort of a twist on I think, therefore I am. Here it's, if I can relate X with Y, I am conscious.
Third is in-learned consciousness, so behaviors and traits that are copied, discovered, or adapted for survival. Think sleeping, protecting, mating. It's as biological as it gets.
Then it gets a bit cerebral with scriptive consciousness, where the process is kind of like a script, step by step converting information into action and eventually a sort of identity.
And then there's codified consciousness, which is all about mixing the physical world and abstract ideas. Like dreaming is abstract to abstract, making inventions is abstract to physical, and playing is physical to physical.
There's also generated or interim consciousness, which pops up from the dynamic between materials and the instructions or information embedded in them. Emergence is the key word. Consciousness emerges when stuff and ideas interact.
Finally, evolutionary consciousness, which tracks how both living and lifelike things might evolve through 7 laws of inscription, from being just alive to reaching this kind of mechanical awareness and beyond.
So Lawson doesn't just philosophize, he sketches experiments, like the caveman in the box thought exercise and the Biotronics project, basically asking, could we build a machine that's not just alive, but conscious by these definitions?
It's wild stuff. And I guess I wonder, if you taught a machine to sleep or dream, would it be conscious or just running a simulation? Sometimes I think about my cat doing those twitchy dreams and wonder if she's accessing some kind of codified consciousness or just being a cat.
Yeah, or if a Venus flytrap decides to close on a bug, does that qualify as consciousness under this system? Or are we just stretching the word too far?
Maybe. The paper does say the framework isn't all-encompassing, and, this is important, it's not absolute truth. Lawson leaves room for new interpretations and, honestly, points out that any rigid definition risks missing something.
So maybe for us, the takeaway is consciousness isn't a one-size-fits-all idea. Whether you're a person, a cat, or possibly a clever machine, there are different shades, levels, and types, and what counts might depend on which definition you use.
And at the end of the day, it's an invitation to reflect rather than a recipe to follow. I find that kind of comforting, actually.
Same. So let's keep asking questions, keep poking at what we think we know, because consciousness might just be the biggest mystery we all share, even with plants or robots or very philosophical cats.
Ha, exactly. And with that, let's keep pondering. Until next time.